Hey everybody, BeyondDrewTV here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Green Hills Zoo. Today we're going to go ahead and just pretty much pick up where we left off in the last episode. And if you missed the last episode, we went ahead and we expanded out our savannah there. You maybe saw it at the beginning there. But yeah, we expanded our savannah out and we included some awesome zebras, added in like a little bit of a bigger lake and stuff like that. And then we also added in a really cool savannah restaurant that turned out, I really like how that restaurant kind of turned out. But yeah, no, today, like I mentioned in that last episode, we're moving on to a new savannah animal that has its own enclosure here, and as you can see, we have some elephants. So yeah, I guess I don't know the difference between African and Asian elephants. I don't know what kind of elephants these are. I'm going to assume they're African. If they're not, well, I didn't do my research this week. That's kind of what it comes down to. I did do research this week, but I didn't. I kind of didn't take into account Asian or African elephant. And I know that they're obviously different since one is from Asia and the other is from Africa. And those are different. So, but yeah, we're gonna go with that. It's a savannah kind of elephant. So that was what a lot of the reference photos that I was looking at least for zoos that kind of had the more savannah African kind of setup there. So, yep, here we are. We definitely wanted to put in this lake here with kind of a shallow, kind of muddy part. That's what you kind of see here. I take a little bit of time to kind of mess with the brushes. I almost went around and exited the game and kind of got a new brush there to kind of get more mud feel, but I kind of kept playing with it here. You can kind of see I'm doing some palette testing. But yeah, we kind of just kept messing with it, and it eventually did work out. Oh, by the way, I'm going to keep saying we on accident, probably because if you've watched this series a little bit, you know that oftentimes my fiance Michaela will join, and same thing here. So every once in a while there might be a little bit of a stutter, or like a break or something like that, because we're usually talking to each other, or she's asking questions about she asks a lot of questions about Planet Coaster. I don't think she'd ever be able to, I mean, she would be able to, but I don't think she'd ever have the patience to get the controls down and stuff. She's not like a PC player. Really, the most that she has done is played Minecraft on Xbox, which sweet. But she's always asking questions oh, what about this piece? What about this piece? And it's really fun to kind of design and play the game together with with this. So but yeah, what we're doing here is I saw one of these, what we're making here. I saw one of this in a reference photo from, I can't remember the zoo. I really can't. But there was a zoo that had these shade covers, and they were very I guess you'd say futuristic. Not really. They're more just modern kind of architecture there. But yeah, they basically have these giant flying saucers. Let's call them flying saucers, sure. But yeah, they have these giant circles above the elephants there, as well as we'll get into this in just a minute there, as well as some trees and stuff. But yeah, I saw that and I thought that was a really interesting and unique idea there. So definitely wanted to get that going. So we have that there. Again, just touching on the mud there. I did notice from a lot of the pictures that I saw that mud is a big thing. I think mud and dirt. I think the elephants use it to throw on their backs to keep them cool. So kind of the more mud and dirt that they kind of have, kind of the better. So, and then those were our food troughs there. I used some flowers there, the orange flowers. I wanted to simulate carrots and some other kind of vegetables. It was a little bit tough to kind of get the kind of feeding that I wanted there for them, but those crates worked pretty well for it. I think the only other thing I'd like to add is I saw Masked Bandit John over on the Bro Nation Discord. He's also building an elephant enclosure right now for Azuri Gardens, and it looks fantastic. But yeah, he had used some trees and stuff with planters, kind of like I did in the zebra and giraffe exhibit there. He kind of did something similar, and I was thinking that's a really good idea. You probably see elephants kind of needing something like that there. So, but there we go. There are all of our elephants placed in the exhibit. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, I think four adults and one baby. We do have a little baby elephant there as well. So that is our elephant population for the time being. I I don't really know if that's, again, I really should have done more research, but Michaela and I were just kind of bouncing ideas off each other and just kind of going with it. Usually when I'm by myself, I'll kind of take more time to look online and, do some more independent research. But I don't know how often or how many elephants are usually in an enclosure like that. So if 4 is like a lot, then I can totally like reduce it down a little bit. Or if 4 is not that much and they need more, someone let me know, because I know that certain animals need X amount of animals or companions or something like that to have their social needs met there. So here we are moving on. We're directly across from the elephant exhibit here, and this little quick building here is just a like a conservation information station. Nothing, it's a square building that the idea is just that, yeah, this building's probably been in the zoo for a heck of a long time there. And, it's just a conservation information station. We can go inside, maybe they'll have a cooler where you can, grab a Coke. There'll be someone sitting in there with, maybe they'll have like an animal out, and there'll be pamphlets, if you've been inside one of these little structures like that. So that's all that is, right there. So nothing too much. And I kind of want to put a few more, buildings like this along the what would be the left side of the path, I guess, because right up in the upper left hand corner right there, you could see that was the Savannah restaurant right there. So we're kind of in that same area, but this whole little like shoreline against the lake is a little bit barren. I mean, we do add in the like I said, we add in this information conservation kind of building there, and then we also add in one more thing, which we should be starting pretty quickly right after we finish this pathway through the aviary island. Again, if you've watched any of the episodes, I've mentioned that a few times there, that I definitely want to get an aviary or atrium over there in that island there. So I think that'll look really cool. So here we are moving on to the second thing that we add on this pathway here. What I did was I stole my the thing, the shade cover from the elephants there, and I just kind of recolored it. I'm halfway sold on this currently, the whole big shade pathway thing. I think it looks really cool, but I almost feel like it sticks out a bit too much for what we're going for. But I don't know, like part of me likes it, the other half of me thinks it's like too outlandish for like what we're going for. But that's where I always like to listen to you lovely folks if you have an opinion on it. I know it kind of went by really quickly there, but hopefully you kind of get some the feel of it and get to see it a little bit there. But what we're doing here, I know this looks, speaking of random and out of place, you're probably like, what the heck? Yeah, this is a splash pad. That was the whole idea of this, is that we thought it would be cool to put down like a splash pad right here in that little shaded area with the big shade thing, and the picnic benches would be where the parents could sit and hang out. And then, yeah, you got this awesome little splash pad there that the kids could go and splash around in. I was trying to think of any other word to use except for splash, but of course failed. So this was really fun to do here. I'd never built anything like this before, and it was really cool to kind of go outside the comfort zone as it is there. So I kind of based this off of a splash pad that I had been to as a kid, and then partially also one that my fiance had been to as a kid as well. So yeah, I think it really turned out really cool. There's one thing I'm going to change that I think would add a lot to it, which is again over on the Bro Nation Discord. If you're not part of the Bro Nation Discord, by the way, or my Discord, you should join both of those, because a lot of great folks in both of those Discords, and a lot of great recommendations from people. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to recolor it just a little bit to get it more pop. But we are fast approaching the end of the video though already. So if this is your first time hanging out with us, be sure to hit the subscribe button there. Also hit the like button if you did enjoy the video today. Always appreciate that. And yeah, let me know what you think of the progress of Green Hills Zoo there. And for the next episode, we're gonna do something. I'm not fully sure yet, but we'll see. Have a good one, everyone. Thanks so much for hanging out. Bye.